Hello. Here we are again at the Compendium of Discomfort, and this time it's gonna get very uncomfortable because, like every year, I want to talk about the Japanese Academy Awards, the more relevant Academy Awards. But this year they were really silly and stupid and I want to add some other stuff just on top of that. So of course we've got to talk about the Kinema Jumpo Best of 2025. We've got to talk about the Eiga Geijutsu Best and Worst of 2025. The worst list is always funny. And just recently the Kinema Jumpo released this report about the business year when it comes to cinema, and let's get into it. We're going to talk about the Blue Ribbon Awards as well, just to throw some more variety in there, because the Academy Awards was so incredibly boring and predictable, and I don't know, I've got a surfing bear, and let's just see. And I just want to mention that it's still really funny how angry people get at me for my review of Kokuho. I think most of them are like, oh, this foreigner doesn't understand Japanese culture. I mentioned it in somewhere else. I guess what makes them angry is that I said it's kind of gay, but I would say a movie where the most intense emotional connection and the most sexually loaded scene, and basically the big emotional highlight of the movie is between two men. It's totally fair to say that it's the biggest expression of love the movie has. I mean, it's a movie about a guy who just wants to be the guy, and the only time he doesn't do it is for this other guy who he spends his whole life with. And when he needs him, he's like, hey, okay, I'm gonna get off my trail to become the best onagata and just play a male role to be your love interest for one evening, so we can express our feeling for each other without actually having to say how we feel. It's a pretty obvious that there's more going on between these two than between them and their female partners. But I don't want to talk about Kokuho, and that's why I'm so annoyed, because it's all Kokuho. It's Kokuho year. Everything is gonna be Kokuho. Kokuho is gonna be out in America. I hope it wins an Oscar, because I'm always in favor of Japanese movies winning Oscars, and I think maybe it should have been nominated for the best foreign language film, because why not? It's a typical Oscar movie. I just think Japan had so much more to offer last year, and so much stuff that I felt was more interesting, was better. I just felt like it's not my movie of the year. That's what I'm saying, and I wish at award shows like the Japanese Academy Awards, they wouldn't just focus on one movie. It's the same every year. They have this one movie that basically gets everything, or not everything, not as extreme as this time. Let's just get into it and start with the 49th Japan Academy Film Prize. And basically I will just talk about the categories that Kokuho didn't win, because those are the only worth mentioning, I guess. We have the usual special awards that I will not get into. Let's start with the best foreign language film here, which is obviously not Kokuho. It's a Conclave. I haven't seen that. I have watched 2 of the movies that were nominated. Those were Twilight of the Warriors and Mission Impossible. Yeah, cool. The other 2 that were nominated were One Battle After Another and F1. And no idea which one should have won here or if that's a good choice. I don't really worry about these things, but could be a worse selection, I guess. Maybe not the greatest, but could be worse. And then we have newcomers of the year. Those are people who all won. Yeah, we have Yamato Koji from Exits 8, the guy who walks and yeah, looks scary. We have Noah Shiroyama from 5 centimeters per second. We have Runa Nakashima from Tokyo Taxi. Ryota Bando from Suzuki Bakudan. Or Suzuki equals Bakudan. The movie will show up a few more times and I will just say Bakudan because the English title is stupid and I don't like it. We have Takaya Matsutani from One Last Throw. We have Ai Mikami from Kokuho and Misato Morita from Night Flower. And then we have all the technical categories: best film editing, best sound recording, best light directing, best art direction, best cinematography, best music, and it's all Kokuho. Same, best actor, Ryo Yoshizawa, Kokuho. I would have chosen someone else, but he's fine. I think that's an okay decision. Of course, best director, Lee Sang-il, Kokuho, and best film, Kokuho. So we get all this Kokuho BS out of the system for a moment and focus on the other things. Obviously, Coco couldn't be nominated for Best Animated Movie. Good! Finally, someone else wins. The movies that were nominated were Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, Detective Conan, 100 Meters, and Periryu, Guernica of Paradise. And yeah, the winner was Demon Slayer. Was the biggest, the best. Obviously, I haven't seen it because I didn't watch the anime so far. I watched the previous movie and after that I didn't follow the anime, so I haven't seen the movie yet. I will probably watch it someday. Yeah, and then we have the Best Actress, which was interesting because Coco couldn't be nominated for that because it didn't have any lead actress. It's a bromance movie. It's about guys being guys and being the best. So no nomination for Coco here. Wonderful, good decision. We have nominated Keiko Kitagawa for Nightflower. We have Chihiro Baisho, Tokyo Taxi, Masami Nagasawa, Dollhouse, Suzuhirose, A Pale View of Hills, and Takako Matsu, First Kiss. And here, my pick, Chihiro Baisho won. Wonderful, good choice. I always feel like these the Japanese Academy Awards, I guess they vote for it regularly and it's nothing shady going on, but it seems all really like planned, or maybe just the people voting on it have the same ideas. I mean, here, who knows if she ever makes another movie. It's maybe her last chance to get any awards. So I feel like, yeah, maybe some people, well, okay, let's go with her. I mean, her performance was amazing. It was wonderful. But, yeah, the same with the 2 awards for the supporting actor and actress, which were completely ridiculous when it comes to the nominations, because both had 3 people from Kokuho each. Yeah. So, for the supporting actors, that was the first one that they show on TV. By the way, first time I was happy that on TV there's a shortened version of the award ceremony. Usually I feel like that's not fair. Show me the full thing. I mean, the full thing will be shown on a different day. But usually I feel, yeah, just give me the full experience immediately. So I, like the people who do the technical stuff, get some recognition as well. But yeah, this one was the first one they showed, and I was really happy that they didn't show me like Kokuho, and was already bad enough. Anyway, so yeah, first award that they showed was the Best Supporting Actor, and nominated were Min Tanaka for Kokuho, and Ryusei Yokohama for Kokuho, and Ken Watama for Kokuho, and Hokuto Matsumura for First Kiss, and Jiro Sato for Bakudan. And he won, luckily, because he really had to. You can't get around Jiro Sato in this year. This was finally the moment where you should have been okay, we have to acknowledge this guy and we have to give him something. He's so good. And same case with Best Supporting Actress. We had Nana Mori from Kokuho, we have Shinobu Terajima from Kokuho, we have Mitsuki Takahata from Kokuho, we had Yu Aoi from Tokyo Taxi and Misato Morita from Nightflower, and luckily Misato Morita won. Well deserved. She's absolutely fantastic in that movie. Of course, Yu Aoi would have been fine too, but she really deserves it. She did such a good job here, and happy that she gets some acknowledgement. She got the newcomer thing, she got this, and wonderful. So these two and the Best Actress Award made me feel very happy, because this were all my 3 picks, and from the selection at least, and happy time. And after it was just Kokuho and more Kokuho, and I was a little bit bored and disappointed by this award ceremony. So let's maybe look at the Kinema Jumpo Awards. So first they have a best 10, their 10 favorite movies. The list is much longer, but let's stick with the 10 and maybe pick 1 or 2 of the other titles. But the thing is that at some point it's not, it's the people who vote for the movies give their votes, and at some point you just have 1 or 2 people who even rated a movie and the others. So it's just if one watched a movie and gave it a high score, it's suddenly high on the list. So it's not all that representative at some point, but it's a really several pages long list actually. So let's just go from 10 to 1. And number 10 is Brand New Landscape, which I haven't watched. Number 9 is She Taught Me Serendipity, was pretty high on my list as well, I think. Then the movie was a similar title, Seaside Serendipity, which I missed as well. Too bad. I really wanted to watch that. Seems to be amazing. And then is one that I think is really funny, a really strange choice for me. That's I Am Kirishima. And we'll get back to that at the Eiga Geijutsu list, where it's pretty high as well. Why do they like this movie so much? I need to check that. The magazine is full of... maybe I should put it up. This one here. It's full of writing about these things, and I didn't really have the time to check the details, but I'm really looking forward to find out why they like this movie so much, while they don't like the other Kirishima movie so much. I think it's somewhere on their list, really low. And why did that happen? That's a really funny choice. And it's interesting to see, and that's gonna be a topic for another episode. It's interesting to see how Japanese critics and audiences feel about a movie, and Western audiences. It's a completely different. Not that I can say a lot about Western audiences talking about the 2 Kirishima movies, because I just know 2 people who watched them, who watched both, and both felt that's me and one more, hello, and we both felt the other one was much better and more interesting and more energetic. It's really weird. It's a very strange choice. Interesting. I mean, it's still a fine movie. It's just like in the same year was a much better movie with the same topic. So, how? Fascinating. And then we have a movie that's called Bakka's Identity, which I haven't watched yet. It looks very interesting. It's available on Netflix, at least in Japan. I think it's a Netflix original by a female director whose name is Koto Nagata. I haven't seen any of her work, but seems to be a pretty interesting, good movie, and I will check that sooner or later. Then on number 5, we have Heroes Island, and I'm very happy. It was quite often nominated for Academy Awards as well, especially for the technical stuff. And I'm very happy that it gets some, at least like critical praise, because I think it didn't perform all that amazingly at the cinemas. It must have been quite expensive. So, we will get to the box office stuff. I will check again, but it didn't perform all that amazingly. So, then we have How Dare You on number 4. Fascinating how this movie just shows up everywhere. Like everybody loves it. It's really interesting. I liked it a lot, but I wouldn't have expected that it's everywhere like all that high. Similar with Tiki Cometh. Good movie, really nice, really great. But here it's on number 3, and And Kinema Jumpo, good people, they put Kokuho only on number 2, which I think is a fair choice, good. And number 1 is I think, much better movie, 2 Seasons, 2 Strangers. So that's nice. Some other interesting things. The Suzuki Bakudan is number 11. Cool. What I think is fascinating, again, like Japanese people and me in this case, I don't know anyone else who watched this, but A Bad Summer is on number 14, which is pretty high. Interesting how, while Tokyo Taxi is only on 23, Night Flower is only 22. So, that's pretty interesting. So good. A wonderful movie, River Returns, is at least on number 44. Good. I think it got released in Spain, or gets released or something. Anyway, so that's their top 10, but they actually do awards as well. So let's see. For most categories, I just chose the best 3 because I was a little bit too lazy researching all the names and stuff. Best actor, number 3, we have Katsura Maiguma from I Am Kirishima. It was a good performance, no complaints here. I said it in the review, like he did the whole life just by himself with some aging makeup to play the older Kirishima. If you don't remember, it's a movie about a real life guy who did some bombing attacks in the 70s, I think, and then was on the run until 2024. So there were 2 movies that depict his life like on the run, and this was I think, a little bit more simple, not as interesting as the other one, and quite interesting choice that they like it so much. Then we have Kyozo Nagatsuka from Tiki Cometh, a wonderful performance, a very good movie. No complaints here. If you remember, it's a movie about an older guy who, tries to somehow handle his situation and tries to not go crazy, which is a little bit of a challenge. And then here, number 1 is Yoshizawa Ryo in Kokuho, or Ryo Yoshizawa. Okay. That's one of the points where I would complain the least about giving Kokuho awards. So why not? With the best actresses, we have Masami Nagasawa for Hokusai's Daughter. Another movie that I think it didn't get all that much praise and success, but yeah, she's in there. Then we have Suzu Hirose, and here they just picked all her movies, which was like Heroes Island and A Pale View of Hills and something else. She did quite a lot. And then here, number 1 was Shim Ungyeon. From 2 Seasons to Strangers, the best manga adaptation you can make. There was again some weirdo on the internet. They always show up, these weirdos who are like, oh, there has never been a good anime adaptation. First, it's usually a manga adaptation, not an anime adaptation. And I just watched the second Golden Kamuy movie today. And it's very, very good. I love it. It's so nice. I just finished the TV show this week. And we're going to talk about that soonish. I just wanted to get this out of the way first. But I'm very much in love with Golden Kamuy. I thought the first... I never watched the anime. I never read the manga. But I think the first movie was already very, very good. And then just the TV show... like, holy cow, what's going on? I was a little bit skeptical because of the director of the second movie, because he had done mostly TV stuff and some small movies. So I was like, oh, can he handle this big action fast? And yeah, he can. And yeah, it's a wonderful movie, but we will get to that sooner or later. Yeah, then here we have the best supporting actor. We have Min Tanaka in Kokuho. We have Shinichi Tsutsumi in 2 Seasons to Strangers. And number 1, Jiro Sato for Bakudan. Good. Best supporting actress, we have Yumi Kawai, several movies. There was Bad Summer, 2 Seasons to Strangers, and some more. She did quite a lot. Then we have Misato Morita Nightflower, again wonderful, as the MMA fighter who starts a family with a drug dealer, and yeah, it's good. It's wonderful. I really like that movie. Then we have Aoi Ito, and She Taught Me Serendipity, and I put her really high on my list as well, as if I remember correctly. I hope I remember correctly. Yeah, cool. Very happy with this selection. Then we have the best director. Here we have 3 on the 3rd place. That's Sho Miyake, 2 Seasons to Strangers, Mipo, How Dare You, and Keiichi Otomo, Heroes Island. Wonderful, good. Then we have number 2, Daihachi Yoshida for Teki Kamus. Okay. And yeah, number 1, Kokuho, Lee Sang-il. Okay, cool. Whatever. The number 1 movie for their readership was Kokuho, and director, of course. Yeah, again, same. And then they have here the script as Satoko Okudera for Kokuho. Okay, I wouldn't have given it the best script award because, like, the main drama, I still think is a bit basic, a little bit normal. Nothing really exceptional. Yeah, what I think makes the movie exceptional is just the kabuki scenes, and everything in between is good. It's totally fine. But that's definitely not the best script that was written that year. Sorry, there was much better stuff. Yeah, then we have some newcomers. We have Kodai Kurosaki, Brand New Landscape, Teta Shimada, How Dare You, that's a kid eco-terrorist. We have Soya Kurokawa in Kokuho, which I think is strange because he should have gotten that for Monster already, like the Koreeda movie. Why now? I mean, why not? But yeah. Then we have Yuta Hayashi for Baka's Identity. Then we have the best culture movie. That's a movie that's called Yomigaeru Koe, and seems to be about Korean people living in Japan. It's like produced by Korean people, the Korean director. As far as I know, I haven't really looked into that all that much, but yeah, portraying minorities is always a good choice, so good. Why not? Yeah, then the best foreign film, and the readers chose the same number 1 pick, so I will skip in the best readers, and the director is the director of this movie. So yeah, let's go through the top 10 from 10 to 1. 10 is I'm Still Here. 9 is Love Lies Bleeding. Then Twilight of the Warriors. F1, Emilia Perez. The Substance, The Room, Next Door, Conclave, and then number 1, One Battle After Another. So directors Paul Thomas Anderson. Why not? Why not? Oh, I forgot the best female newcomers. That's Yui Suzuki Renoir. I put her very high on my list as well. Ruri from How Dare You, the other eco-terrorist. Miyu Nakagawa from Blue Boy, and Kotona Minami from Meets the World. Good performance, wonderful. I think I didn't have her on my list, but yeah, she was really good. And yeah, that's the Kinema Jumpo Awards, and I think they handled that year much better than the Academy Awards, because there's at least a little bit variation. Of course, there's still the Kokuho. It's the year of the Kokuho, and it's fine. I don't want to complain too much about it. It's a totally fine movie with some wonderful scenes and some beautiful moments. I just think it's so overhyped. It's funny. Yeah. Then we have the Blue Ribbon Awards, and that's a little bit slimmer because I just had, at least the list that I saw had only one title for each category. The best film, of course, Kokuho. The best director, Yoji Yamada for Tokyo Taxi. Cool. Best actor, Satoshi Tsumabuki for Heroes Island. Wonderful, good choice. Best actress, Suzuhiro, again for several films she did. Best supporting actor, of course, Jiro Sato. Best supporting actress, of course, Misato Morita. Best newcomer, Ryuta Shibuya for Nightflower. And best foreign film, Conclave. So, yeah, that's all good choices. Yeah, you can handle the stuff appropriately and without being strange. And yeah, let's get to the Eiga Geijutsu Best of 2025. By the way, I'm really looking forward to this movie. That's Street Kings, and directed by Tomoru Taguchi. You know, the guy who played Tetsuo the Iron Man, and he doesn't direct all that much, but he made another fantastic music film that's Identity, and yeah, it's about identity, not about breasts. Yeah, but let's check the Eiga Geijutsu Best 10. Similar problem as the other list. Yeah, there's at some point just one person or two people like voting for a movie. So yeah, let's see. Number 10, A Bad Summer. I don't know why they like it so much. It's funny. It's really interesting. Then we have a movie on number 9 that's Yasuko's Song of Days Past. I don't know that movie. Didn't even know that exists until this list showed up. Then we have Heroes Island again, high up, good. And then one thing that made me here very happy is Yukiko, aka that elementary school teacher as a hobby rapper, finding her way in life movie, which is so amazing, so wonderful, so beautiful. I'm so happy that it gets some appreciation. It's a wonderful movie. Then we have Seaside Serendipity. I still haven't watched it. We have How Dare You on number 5. Wonderful. We have Teki Cometh on the 4. And then on the 3 we have another movie that I don't know. That's seemingly doesn't have an English title. At least it's not in anywhere to find on the internet. It's Asia no Unique Nakuni, so Asia's unique country. No idea. It's a movie by Kenji Yamauchi, who did At the Terrace. So now I'm interested because I've got At the Terrace here. I watched it a long time go at the Nippon Connection. It's a really good movie based on a stage play, and he's more of a playwright. And cool. Maybe I should try to find that. And then the number 2 is again the very funny I Am Kirishima. It's just The number 1 is even funnier because that's a movie. It's called The Stars and the Moon Are Holes in the Sky, and it looks interesting. I haven't watched it, but the funny thing is it's a movie by Haruhiko Arai, who directed some movies, and somehow they always end up on number 1 on the Eiga Geijutsu's best list, and he's the boss of that magazine. So I don't know if they actually, I mean, it wouldn't make sense that people who work for him actually like his movies. So yeah, I don't want to complain about that too much, but it's a funny detail. Yeah. Interesting things here. We had 2 Seasons, 2 Strangers on number 12. We have the other Kirishima movie, Escape, on number 20. And one thing that happens with them is that if you're on the worst list, these points, you have this like statistic, and if you're on the worst list, you get those points that you got there deducted from the best list. So I guess even if some people really, really liked, for example, Kokuho or 2 Seasons, 2 Strangers, which are 2 movies that I would usually suspect to be very high, then they get these points deducted from the list. And for example, here 2 Seasons, 2 Strangers got 53 points deducted. It got 90 points. So I guess they make a top 10 and then get the points, and got 90 points, which is pretty high. The highest that any movie here got is the number 1 movie that got 203 in total, and it only got 9 deducted. But this one got a lot of deduction, and that puts here Kokuho on the number 29. It's very interesting. Some people really, really liked it. It got some really high scores. It got a total of 72, but then it got 68 deducted because it's the number 1 worst movie of the year. They really hate mainstream movies in this magazine. They're like the elite. It's funny. It's so funny. Their shit list is really enjoyable. So according to them, the worst movie of the year was Kokuho. The second one was 2 Seasons, 2 Strangers. A third one was Unreachable, I think was the English title. I'm sorry, the others I put on letterboxd lists, but I haven't done this way, so I have only the Japanese titles here. Then here we have Yukikaze, we have A Pale View of Hills, I think it is. Number 6 we have Exit Number 8. Number 7 is the Bullet Train Explosion, and then this number 7 together with Heroes Island and Muromachi Budai. So I have no idea. Samurai Fury, I guess, is the English title, which I thought is a really fun movie. It was really fine. Number 8 is here Takikamas. Number 9, I'm not sure what that is. 10 is Bakudan, and so on. 12 is here, for example, She Taught Me Serendipity. So it's a really, really funny list what they hate here. It's just hilarious how they rate these movies. I mean, I complain a lot about Kokuho, but seriously putting it as the worst movie of the year, I put it on my worst list when I talked about that, because it's a movie that didn't stay with me for a long time, that I don't feel like I need to rewatch soon. When the Academy Awards were on TV, of course, they showed some scenes. And, oh yeah, I felt, yeah, it looks really nice. So I guess maybe I will rewatch it and I will like it again. But yeah, it's nothing I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait for rewatching this. No. So it's quite funny that they actually go full on, yeah, that's the worst movie of the year. And yeah, let's see how much money it made. This whole like magazine is full of wonderful things about the year and what made how much and so on. For example, they have it here all like per company and all these things. I'm not gonna get into such details. I just want to talk about the movies that made the most money, because it's quite interesting how people like look at Japanese movies, and those that get released in the West and get attention in the West aren't necessarily those that are really popular in Japan. And we will get to that phenomenon in a different episode. I want to prepare that a little bit more. But I basically just want to go through the top 10. I just want to point out that the highest grossing Japanese movies, they separate Japanese and international foreign movies. The highest grossing Japanese movie was the new Kimetsu no Yaiba movie, which made about 7-8 times of the most highest grossing international movie, that was Mission Impossible. Like, if they would combine the list, I think Mission Impossible would be number 7 of the year, which is like interesting. Hollywood and other foreign language movies really lost their like importance in Japan. Like, they are really focused on their own stuff, and we will get to that in a moment. It's quite fascinating. Yeah, but like I said, Kimetsu no Yaiba, so Demon Slayer, made almost twice as much money as Kokuho, which is number 2. Yeah. So I will put the numbers on screen because they're so big and I would have to calculate, and it's too lazy for that now. But it's interesting, and it's interesting that 3 of the 4 highest grossing movies of the year are all anime. Like, we have Demon Slayer, we have Conan, and we have Chainsaw Man, and in between Kokuho. Quite interesting. And then the next movie is at least a manga adaptation that's Cells at Work, yeah, which still made more money than Mission Impossible. Unimaginable. Just imagine that a movie like Cells at Work makes more money than Mission Impossible outside Japan. Completely, I don't know. I at least, like, I'm from Germany. In Germany, it would be unbelievable that like the first big Hollywood movie would be like number 7 on the charts of the year. It's really crazy for me. I don't know, maybe other countries like India have it similar to Japan, where they, yeah, we just watch our own stuff. Why would we watch Hollywood? I mean, why would you? But yeah, it's interesting. Then the next movie is here, Tokyo MER. We talked about it a little bit on the best of 2025 video. And it's basically a TV movie with a bit more budget. It's a movie for a TV show. So interesting. Then we have exit number 8, which did still quite well. And then we have, of course, Doraemon, because Doraemon always needs to be in the charts. And we have Grand Maison Paris, like the cooking movie with Kimura. Takuya Kimura as a hotel chef, I think. And then, number 10, we have Gundam Crux. Cool. They gave so much free stuff out just to get people into the cinema several times. They were quite desperate, or it looked quite desperate. Really funny. And a lot of the movies that I talked on this channel here are not even in the charts at any point. Like, for example, Gisuidos or Nemuru Baka. Nobody cares. I mean, they probably did quite well for their budget, but that's not stuff that's really relevant, but that's stuff that people in the West might have heard about, and unlike other movies that are maybe on this list, and it is quite fascinating. Some other funny details. The number of movies that were released this year, they compare from 2019 to 2025, and so 19 was 689 Japanese movies, and that increased to 694, which is quite good. That's actually the highest number in these 6 years. So that's good. So from 2024 to 2025, it increased by from to 101.3% of the previous year. Then the foreign movies increased as well. Compared to 2024, it's 120.9%. And that's more than 2019. 2019 was 589 movies. 2025, 611. Good. So a total of 1,305 movies were released. Quite a lot. Then the box office. I'm not gonna try to find out these numbers. Box office highest number this year since 2019. Compared to 2024, it's 132.5%. The number of people who went to the cinema from 2024 to 2025 is 130.6, so it increased quite a bit, but it's less than 2019, so we're not completely back to pre-pandemic times. So the higher box office probably comes from higher ticket prices. So that makes quite a difference. Very nice to see the number of screens where movies are shown increased as well. Like 2019 were 3,583, and this year we're at 3,697, which is good. More screens, more fun. Very beautiful. I like that. And then we have the box office now separated Japanese movies and foreign movies, and the box office for Japanese movies is so much higher than it used to be. It's 133.2% of the previous year, 2024. And the international foreign language movies increased to 130.7%. But the box office compared to 2019, like the Japanese movies went up like crazy, but foreign movies are like down almost half compared to 2019, which is really interesting. And yeah, if we look at the share of the percentage of the box office separated like Japanese movies and foreign movies, in 2019 it was 54.4% Japanese movies and 45.6% foreign movies. Not such a big difference. And then COVID happened, and suddenly like the foreign movie share was completely destroyed. The lowest was in 2021, when there were only 20.7% foreign movies. And that recovered a bit. It went up. 2023 was 33.1. Now it's down to 24.4% of the box office that comes from foreign movies. So 75.6% coming from Japanese movies. And I think that's interesting because for me, again, as a German, that's completely unbelievable, because we are so like high on Hollywood and so amazing, and we don't really make these like big movies, I don't know, that can compete with like blockbusters, like American blockbuster cinema. I don't know. I haven't really seen that in Germany, and Japan kind of caught up. If you look at the big manga adaptations like Kingdom, they just announced the next one, and if my information that I read last year are correct, they probably shot the next 3 movies, so Kingdom is safe for a while. There's stuff like Golden Kamuy is really great, so I guess they closed that gap, and works really well. It was a good year for Japanese cinema. I said that before. I was very happy with the movies that I watched. I didn't have, and like you saw on my worst list, there was not really a bad movie. There were just movies that kind of disappointed me a little bit in some regard, but most of them were still like good movies. And it's very good to be a Japanese film, I guess. There's a lot of goodness happening and coming, and the West should maybe acknowledge that and release that stuff and just get it out. And it's that's why I'm here. I want to share more love for Japanese movies, and so you can then complain to your local distributors and say, hey, I want to watch this stuff. Yeah, why don't you release it? Yeah, please do so. Enjoy Japanese movies. I will enjoy something today. 2, maybe more from this one. I just hear the Takashi Ishii Angel Guts collection from Third Window Films. I watched the first movie of that. That's called Red Classroom yesterday, and it was really, really, really good. Yep. Buy more stuff like that. That helps to get more releases, even though I know that Mr. Third Window Films isn't so high on modern Japanese cinema, but the Maga Maga Honor will come. So at least something modern, new, good. Anyway, let's hope that 2026 will be another great year for Japanese movies, and let's have fun, let's enjoy the titles that come to wherever you live, and that's it for today. Thank you very much. See you, bye.